Hello students, hope you all are doing very good and you're practicing maths. So in this video, we will be doing chapter 8, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. This trigonometry is actually introduced first time for CBSE students in class 10th only. So we will start from basics. And you must have heard from everyone that trigonometry is so tough. It's the toughest chapter of math. It's not like that. We just have to go with the basics. You will understand the basics and it is the easiest chapter. You will also feel when we will do this chapter, you will also feel that this is the easiest chapter. So we will start with completely basics, like when to use the trigonometry, why we will use it. So it's nothing, just a right angle triangle concept and nothing else. We just have to use the rules that we apply in the right angle triangle and we can solve trigonometry. Let us first see why do we use trigonometry. Suppose this is any tower. This line AB is any tower and it is of like great height. Suppose you can say 20-meter height. And you're standing at place C. This is you. Okay, you must be very small in front of the tower and you're looking to the top of the tower. When you are looking to at something at a height, then you must be like seeing it at the slanting way. So like on the that only we will see. So what we can see here, see this is a triangle. This will form a right angle triangle. How I can say that this forms a right angle triangle? Because whenever any building is there, building is standing upright or any pole, any tower is there, it will always stand straight except Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yeah, correct. So rest all the buildings stand straight. It means what? It will be standing perpendicular to the ground and it forms 90 degree. So we can say that this forms a right angle triangle. Now suppose we have to find the height of the tower. How can we find that? We can easily say what is the angle. In this case, what we do, we take this height of the person as negligible, or we can find like this also. This is the height, so we can frame a right angle triangle like this. Fine, we can do it like this also. Now we can easily find what is that angle. It's what we are standing and what we are looking at. We can easily say what is the angle between it. When we know this angle and we will be knowing this side, we can easily find this one. This is the rule of trigonometry. We just will be needing one acute angle and any one side of the right angle triangle and any other side we can find. You must be remembering Pythagoras theorem. What was that? Okay, first let's see in right angle triangle what are the things. You must be knowing that but for the just the revision part I am doing that, and then we will go to acute angles and everything. Suppose this is a right angle triangle and this is 90. So side opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse. The side containing 90 degree, one is called perpendicular and the other one is called base. This you all know. And what was the Pythagoras theorem? It was hypotenuse square is equal to p square plus b square. In this formula, to calculate any side, we were needing rest of the two sides. If we know other two sides, we can easily find the third side using this Pythagoras theorem. But suppose we don't know the other two sides. We know one side and one acute angle. What is acute angle in this? This is 90. Rest two angles will be acute, means less than 90. Why I can say confirm that this is acute angle? These are acute angles. This is 90. So if this angle is more than 90, I suppose this is one is 90. This is not acute. This is obtuse. Let's say 91 degree. And this is something, it can be like 50 degree. So when we will add it, the sum will be greater than 180 degree. And for a triangle, it is not possible. The sum of all the angles should be 180 degree. So that is why if it is a right angle triangle, other two angles will always be acute angles, means less than 90 degree. So if we know any one side and any one acute angle out of these two, we can easily apply the trigonometric ratios and we can find anything, whatever it is being asked in the question. So let's start with the trigonometric ratios first. First, I'll tell you what are the trigonometric angles. Okay, these are not acute angles, obtuse angles. These are like the general term. In trigonometry, we term the angles as different. First is sine, cosine, sec, cosec, tan, cotan. Sine we write it as sin sine. This we write as cos. This we write as sec only. This is cosec. This is tan. And this is cot. So these are the six angles, six trigonometric angles you can say. Sine, cos, sec, cosec, tan, cot. Fine. Now I will tell you how to find the ratios, how to find the angles. First, let us memorize one simple basic formula. Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Bol Sona Chandi Tol. Okay, Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Bol Sona Chandi Tol. We will be writing it in this order only. Means first three, then below that we will write another three, and below that we will write another three. And now I'll just take the initials. P, H, S, B, H, C, P, B, T. So this is the ratio. S means sine. P means perpendicular. H means hypotenuse. So sine theta. Theta is termed as any acute angle is equal to P by H. That is perpendicular by hypotenuse. C means cos. Cos theta is equal to B by H. C, B by H. T stands for tan. So tan theta is equal to P by B. These are the ratios. We will use it also in the question. And now I will tell you how to find the rest of the three ratios. Write it again. Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Bol Sona Chandi To. So sine theta is equal to P by H. Cos theta is equal to B by H, that is base by hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to P by B, that is perpendicular by base. Okay. Now, the cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So this will become H by P. Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. It is H by P. And cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So it is B by P. See, sine and cos are in pair. But for this trigonometric ratios, actually sine and cos are reciprocal of each other. See, S pair of S and C. Here also pair of S and C. So don't get confused. With sine, always cosec comes. Okay, afterwards when we will be doing it, then sine and cos will come together. But for this trigonometric ratios, sine theta and cosec theta are the reciprocal of each other. And cos theta and sec theta are the reciprocal of each other. And tan and cot you can easily identify because tan and cot, the names are only like the similar to each other. So they are reciprocal to each other. So these are the ratios that we need to find any side of a right angle triangle. Remember, trigonometric ratios are only applied in a right angle triangle, not any other triangle. Clear? Now let us see what are theta. Suppose this is a right angle triangle. Okay, this is our 90 degree. Let us name it as A, B and C. This is a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at B. And let us say this is our theta. Fine. So theta can be any angle, but theta should be acute angle, less than 90, and it can be anything. So if this is theta, this is confirmed it is hypotenuse because it is the opposite side of the 90 degree. So this is confirmed that this is hypotenuse. And now we have to see which is the perpendicular and which one is the base. You will say, ma'am, we can take any one. Yeah, that is correct. We can take any. But if theta is specified, so the side that contains theta, see, one side is this, one side is this. So which side is containing the theta? This side. So this will be the base. And the side which is left will be the perpendicular. Hope I am clear with this. Let us take another example. This is another right angle triangle. Let us name the same thing ABC, and this is 90 degree. In this case, suppose this is theta. So side opposite to 90 degree, hypotenuse. So AC is clearly at hypotenuse. Now in this side, in this triangle, AB is the side that contains theta. Theta is between what? Hypotenuse and one side, and that other side, now this becomes the base and this becomes the perpendicular. Clear? So we have to see this. We have to mark the theta first, and then we have to mark base and perpendicular according to theta. The side which contains theta, or the contains the given angle, that side is the base and the other side is the perpendicular. I'll show you the answers also gets changed. In this case, sine theta will be P by H. So P is AB and H is AC. In this triangle, sine theta will be again P by H. So P is BC and H is AC. So see, the answer only gets changed. Just with the perpendicular and the base, the whole answer gets changed. So we have to check it carefully that which one is the base and which one is the perpendicular. Let us find other also. Cos theta is equal to B by H. So it will be BC by AC. In this case, cos theta will be B by H, that is AB by AC. So see, if we change the theta, sine theta is equal to cos theta, and see, these two are equal. If the theta is this and or the theta is this, the sine theta and cos theta gets reversed. That is why we have to mark base and perpendicular very clearly. I hope I'm clear. So these are the rules. By this, we find the trigonometric ratios. In the question, they'll give you any value. They'll give the theta, or they can give anything. Okay, or they can give you two sides. And you have to find all the trigonometric ratios. Like what will be sine theta, what will be the cos theta, sec theta, like that. Suppose, let us take a question. This is a right angle triangle. AB is equal to 5 centimeter. BC is, sorry, AB is not 5. AB is 4 centimeter. BC is 3 centimeter. Find all the T ratios. Okay, or they can give as T ratios for angle A. T ratios for angle A means what? A is our theta. If A is theta, this will be the base, this will be the perpendicular, and this is clearly the hypotenuse only. For finding the T ratios, if it is written all the T ratios, it means we need all the three sides. How can we find the third side? By using Pythagoras theorem. By using Pythagoras theorem, h square is equal to b square plus p square. B is, AB is 4 centimeter plus B is 3 centimeter. So 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. So h square is 25. H is equal to root 25. Therefore, h is equal to 5 centimeter. We got our H. Now we will write all the T ratios. Sin theta is equal to Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Hari Bol. So P by H cos theta Badri Hari tan theta BB. Okay, so P by H is equal to, P is our 3, this is 4 and this is 5. So 3 by 4. Sorry, 3 by 5. This is 4 by 5 and this will be 3 by 4. Okay, now write sec theta. Sec theta is opposite of cos theta. So it will be H by B. It is equal to 5 by 4. Then cosec theta, reverse of sin theta. So it is H by P and that is equal to 5 by 3. Then left with cot theta, reverse of tan theta, B by P, it is equal to 4 by 3. So these are the answers. Instead of theta, we can write A also because it was written in the question, find the T ratios for angle A. So we can write like this also, sin A, cos A, tan A. We can write this also. One more thing to be noticed, suppose we are writing sin A is equal to 4 by 3 and A is given to us as 60 degree. So we can, and so it means what? Sine 60 degree is equal to 4 by 3. So we cannot write sine is equal to 4 by 3 into 60 degree. This is completely wrong because sine A means sine A only, sine of angle A. Sine A means what? Sine of angle A. So we cannot write sine separately and A separately. This doesn't mean this. Sine A means sine of angle A. So we have to write it together. Sine 60 will have some value and according to that value we need to solve. We cannot separate it. Just keep this thing in mind. In the first exercise, we have to do only these T ratios. So in this video, we are doing only the basics like how to find the T ratios. In the next video, we will be solving the first exercise. So till that time, memorize this formula, Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bol, Sona Chandi Tol. So in the next video, when we will doing the questions, it will be very easy for you to memorize it, to recall it and do it faster. Okay, and keep practicing the questions. If you have any doubt from any other textbook also, comment that question in the comment box. We will reply you as soon as possible. But practice as much questions as you can. Okay.